Hello and thanks for staying with us on TVC News. We begin in Lagos, where women from different parts of the state today staged a solidarity walk in support of the presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress, Bola Tinubu, and Governor Babajide-Sanwoolu for second term. Notable among them are wives of the governor, IbijokeSanwo-olu, and the deputy governor, OluremiHamzat, and several other dignitaries. The women are confident of the party's victory in the forthcoming general election. Correspondent Bola reports.
It's the start of the campaign season across the country, and supporters of the All Progressive Congress are leaving no stone unturned to ensure the party's victory come 2023. Women comprising artisans, traders, market women, and professionals from different parts of Lagos marched from the Tinubu Square through General Hospital down to Onikon at the Mobolaji and Sonia Arena. The mammoth crowd trooped into the Onikon Stadium, seated in different groups and from different local governments. The women are confident of their choice to support APC presidential candidates and Governor Sanwo Olu. For the state chairman of APC, this is a time for well-meaning residents of Lagos to determine the next president of the country.
This challenge that is confronting us as a nation. This is the time for all of us to come out, to use our votes to determine the next president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And it's no other person than Bola Tinubu.
The advocacy for collection of permanent voters' card also took center stage at the rally.
I go to my church and other politicians around my church to sensitize them to go and collect their PPC. Likewise, I expect that all the women go to the mosque or different churches to sensitize them that it is not enough to register, but you must go and collect your PPC.
That is an indication that they are in support of Asiwaju, and they will do whatever it takes to take Asiwaju by the grace of God to Aso Rock.
For the women, Asiwaju Tinubu will drive the interest of women if elected as president of Nigeria.
Female leaders emerging in the world is going to get to Nigeria with a he for she presidents like Asiwaju Bola. Wait and see. We have experienced these ways. In the National Assembly years ago, I was there, Abike Dabiri was there, one other sister of us was also there. He made sure we got our quota for Lagos State. We are in great support of our great leader, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, and his vice, Shetima, and also the governor of Lagos State, Governor BabajideSanwoolu, and his deputy, Dr. OluremiHamzat. We troop out today just to show our support for our great leaders. May Almighty Allah help us and make it easy for us.
With few months to the 2023 general elections, supporters of Asiwaju Bola Tinubu are making effort to canvass votes for the All Progressive Congress candidates, even as the party is here to inaugurate its presidential campaign council. Ademola Lawrence, TVC News, Lagos.
We're staying with politics. A few days to the publication of final list of governorship and State House of Assembly candidates by the Independent National Electoral Commission, the governorship candidate of the New Nigeria People's Party, NNPP, in Ogun State, Jackie Kosim, has alleged that the state chairman of the party is working against her candidacy. She made this known after a meeting with her supporters under the Iyaduni movement. TVC News' Kazim Olowe reports.
All may not be well in the New Nigeria People's Party in Ogun State, as the party's governorship candidate Jackie Kazim has raised the alarm over what she called betrayal by the party's chairman and his team. She alleged that the chairman is working against her candidature. The governorship candidate made this known while meeting some of her supporters under the platform of Iyaduni movement across the 20 local governments in the state. She said despite that her name was published by the electoral body, the chairman of the party in the state was hell-bent on removing her to favor another person.
When we tried to work with this particular Mr. Ogini, he did not want to work with us. So what we now did was to form our own 20 local government. And then we started working from there. And that's the crowd you can see now. At least as of today, we have over 4,500 members with their with their cards in their hand and also their voting cards. You know, so a lot of them were looking forward to it. But when they were hearing all sort of complication news that I'm no more, that I'm not the one I'm impersonating and all that, you know, that's why we have to carry them along to let them understand.
She added that majority of her supporters now lack trust in the leadership of the party in the state.
Because you can't work with with an organization that is not stable, organization that is betrayal to you, organization that does not understand the feeling of the people. That is what is going on right now.
She maintained that she will wait for the decision of the national leadership of the NNPP before she makes her own decision public, especially to her followers. Attempts to get reaction of the party's chairman in the state proved abortive as calls made to his line were not going through. Kazim Olowe, TVC News, Abeokuta.
And out to Oyo State, where goods worth millions of naira have been destroyed after a two-story building collapsed in Ashi-Bodija Road in Ibadan. An eyewitness, Adewale Amos, told TVC News that the building went down around 2 a.m. when residents heard a loud noise and alerted authorities. According to the resident, the building housed a pharmacy, supermarket, and a church. He said no life was lost, adding that the only person present in the building was the security man, who narrowly escaped death. This is coming a month after a 5-story building under construction collapsed around Awolowo Way in Bodija, Ibadan.
Like 10 minutes later, the remaining building just went down again. So we were shocked. So everybody just came out. Luckily enough for us, everybody was just surprised. Somebody now said they know the owner of the house.
Presently now, there's a giant big store under the rebels and a very big pharmaceutical shop as well. Property that are trapped under the rebels here are millions of naira. So we are trying to do our best to see how much we can salvage the property that are under the rebels, and also to protect that the hoodlums do not come around and loot away.
The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency has discovered 13 million tramadol pills worth more than 8 billion naira in a mansion in the Lekki area of Lagos State. Spokesperson of the NDLEA, Femi Babafemi, stated that the building is situated in Victoria Garden City and the owner, Chukwuka Dibia, has been arrested. Reports say that the drug baron has been on the agency's watch list as one of those behind the tramadol drug cartel in Nigeria. Preliminary investigation shows that he has about 6 mansions within the VGC, one of which he uses to warehouse the tramadol consignment. The arrest comes barely 2 months after the NDLEA uncovered a methamphetamine clandestine laboratory in the residence of another suspected drug kingpin in the estate. At least 258.74 kilograms of crystal meth and various precursor chemicals used for the production of the toxic drug were recovered from Mr. Nzewi's home during his arrest. And to health matters, the Nigeria Center for Disease Control has announced that 6 additional Lassa fever infections and 1 death have been recorded in Nigeria within a week. According to the NCDC, the report covers the period from 19th to 25th of September. The new infections were reported from Ondo and Bauchi states. The reports further revealed that a total of 172 deaths were recovered in 2022 across 102 local government areas in 25 states. Meanwhile, Nigeria recorded 41 new confirmed cases of monkeypox infections from 29th of August to 4th of September, raising the total cases reported this year to 318. The Nigerian Center for Disease Control disclosed this in its latest monthly situation report on monkeypox. The report shows that the suspected monkeypox cases increased to 815 as the country recorded 111 new suspected cases within the same week under review. The Disease Control Center noted that 7 deaths have been recorded in 7 states this year.